the root cause is clearly the occupation, and the occupation must end. So we call this a perpetual occupation, and we say that's the core underlying root cause of ongoing violence, displayed in terms of the forced displacement, the threats of forced displacement, demolitions, settlement construction and expansions, settler violence, and the blockade of Gaza. And as we all know, this has endured for decades, and there's a sense of despair and hopelessness within the Palestinian population, as well as in Israel and the diaspora. We're disappointed that Israel has not permitted us to visit Israel, to see for ourselves, to talk to victims, particularly of the Hamas rocket attacks. It's very important that we have a balanced report reflecting the situation of all victims. I constantly hear murmuring that we're very biased and we only represent the one side, that's anti-Israel side. So I cannot understand why they wouldn't let us in and interview appropriate witnesses.
We are very concerned about this issue of double standards, and now it has sharply come out in the context of the crisis in Ukraine, and we are very clear that these are double standards, and the international community is rightly appalled in the face of aggression and occupation, and has correctly moved to act swiftly and collectively and forcefully to ensure compliance with international law. But in the case of Israel and Palestine, there has been inaction for decades, and it continues.